Good morning, channel. Here we are in Astoria for our Goonies weekend. There may be some water spots on the lens. I'm sorry, it's raining. This is Astoria, Oregon, and it's Washington's Moody sister. So behind me you can see some of the town. It's a beautiful town. I'm at the top of the hotel we're staying at, which is the Hotel Elliott. It's a very nice place. They have this little rooftop terrace. During non-rainy seasons, they have a little fireplace. You can sit up here and drink a beer or drink coffee or whatever you want to do. It's fairly early in the morning. There's hardly anybody out. Have a little coffee. Today we're going to go hit up the Chamber of Commerce and get our Goonies Days pins and look at some t-shirts, and then we will we might go out to the beach. It's raining, like I said, so it's going to be kind of overshadowed either way we do it. So usually we go have breakfast at the Labor Temple down the street here. From the roof you can see pretty much everything you want to see in Astoria as far as the town goes. Right over there is the Flavel House. It's one of the museums here in town. You can barely see above that big rectangular tan building that you can see a little bit of blue with a peak. That's the Oregon Film Museum. That's the jail that was used in the Goonies. You have the iconic bridge there, and right in there there's a building with a kind of a curved roof. That's Lower Columbia Bowl, where Chunk witnessed the car chase for the first time, and he kind of squished his milkshake all over the window. Out the other side of the hotel, you can see just how many hills around town. Get a little bit of the Master column up there. So anyway, it's a great view up here. It's one of the reasons I like staying at this hotel. This year and last year, Goonies Days landed on the LGBTQ&A celebration. I don't know what letters they use anymore. I know they've added a few. So there are a lot of people in town for that. So it's a little hard to get around, but you know it's pretty fun. Sorry about my voice being so messed up. This weather change is just killing me, but it's still beautiful here, even if it is raining. Right out here on the streets of Astoria, you can see how beautiful this town is. Scenes like this, looking up the hill. I also came across something, I don't know if Bill and Ted left it here, but when's the last time you saw a phone booth? We're coming up on Lower Columbia Bowl. This is shown in the Goonies. This is where Chunk is originally standing when the car chase goes by and makes a mess with his milkshake and pizza. Scene happened here in this window. They take part in the celebration by offering they do an 80s night, they play music, do cosmic bowling. It's actually a really fun place. They serve beer and hot dogs and whatever. We went there last night, and it was good to see, because there was a lot of young people, as well as those of us at 29 or older, enjoying the 80s stuff. I thought that was nice. Here we have another local business you don't see very often. They actually have a video store. I guess it's mostly DVDs. I haven't been in there in a couple of years. One year I won a raffle that they put in a gift certificate for, to support the Goonies celebration. I thought that was great. I ended up picking up a Goonies VHS tape from there just for nostalgia. Behind me over here we have the Flavel house. In the Goonies, it was Mikey's dad's museum. The film museum is right here as well, so we're going to swing over by there. Over here you can see the jail where the Fratellis escaped right at the beginning of the movie. It's a replica of the ORV that they drove. It's not the original one, from what I understand. The parking lot here looks a little different than it did in the movie, and the building's a different color. But they lit that fire around here. This is now a working museum. They have a little gift shop inside. You can see some of the artifacts from the Goonies and other locally filmed movies. They have a list of the movies inside. They have a little prop that you can actually film, like a little scene if you want. It's reasonably priced to get in. I want to say it's like $5. They're open like 11 to 3 or 11 to 4. It's nice to see that kind of heritage, somebody embracing the history of their town. This town's got a lot of different history. There's a courthouse. So the Labor Temple up there we saw yesterday. We usually go there both days while we're here. Generally is very good food. Very consistent. Yesterday was the first time we had a bad experience. Here's the Flavel house. It's an amazing old house. It's also a museum that you can go into and pay a small entry fee and walk around and look at stuff. Just like any other town, though, it has its problems, like traffic. The seemingly quiet little street up here, apparently they rerouted the main highway through, and cars have not stopped coming, so I'm gonna move on. It's interesting, the town itself, with its hills and the Columbia River there, reminds me a lot of San Francisco. The houses are similar construction in certain areas. Maybe not a lot of these, but down on the main street you see the townhouses like you see in San Francisco. Here you can see the street they have the farmers market on. They do this every Sunday, I believe, but it's every Sunday we're here it's on. They sell little trinkets and fruits and vegetables and handcrafted goods. It's quite the production. They take up this whole street here. Alright everybody, this is not Goonies related, but it is movie related. This is the house that was used in The Ring 2. We're going to go inside and look around a little bit. It's a little windy out here, hopefully it's not too bad. But look at this view. It's just beautiful out here. This house is amazing. It's old and lots of character.
Should wash this and send it, and I should send it to Keegan for baby Monroe. Okay. Because it's a baby girl bed set. Oh, is it? Yeah. Good, let's do that.
Okay. This is all original. Old cheesecloth paper.
Oh wow.
I remember Grandma bringing me up here when I was little.
Yeah.
There was a ton of flies.
Oh yeah.
Oh jeez.
Crawl space back underneath there. Yeah, this is all original stuff, right?
Smells like my grandpa's house.
Yeah. This is a big old storage room. More shit to go through.
Grandma's looms.
Yeah. Keegan's got most of the weaving stuff, which is good.
Amber thought this was scary up here?
Well, when you're a little kid and it's dark,
because it's old.
Weird things, making weird noises. Yeah, it gets a little.
Yeah. They're pretty little.
Never bothered me. That was my room. I moved up
Was
there.
this? This one?
From here, yeah. This is my room.
Look at this
Moved up
bed.
here when I was in 4th grade.
Like a running leap.
That's a tall bed.
Yeah.
Wow. I love old buildings like this.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And this is Alan's old room. This is where Cliff and Lena stay when we come
Oh, is it?
You're not recording that, are you?
I'll edit it out.
Damn it.
Or I can amplify it if that.
I think you should amplify it.
Is there another attic even farther up?
There is a crawl space.
Wow.
Yeah, it gets way up in there.
I guess you gotta get to all the old.
Scandinavian festival pins.
Yeah. Let's zoom down to the basement real quick. I'll show you that. It's kind of cool. Then when you watch the ring, it's actually in the second one too. So there's stuff like they didn't use it in this house. They use it in that other house.
Yeah, it's
Right.
so weird. Okay, I've watched it a couple times to try and figure out what they did, because it.
Yeah.
This stuff too. This reminds me of my grandparents had a whiter version, like a white version of
It
that.
hasn't been moved, and I don't think we should.
You didn't get the value of strain.
Right.
I'll take a picture of it without not being able to.
So there's a back stairs. They can't really go down because it's got too much shit on them. But
Okay.
the servants used to, or not the servants, but the hired help used to come up the back stairs and go to the attic. That's where they stay.
Oh wow. Yeah.
When I was a kid, he used to have newspapers stacked, like up here, like you couldn't even get through here. There's a bathroom in there.
Wow.
But yeah, you can't.
Look at this kitchen.
I know.
Well, you didn't get to the front room.
Yeah, no.
No. Oh jeez.
So they had this in the movie.
Yeah,
It was in a movie, and it was in a house for sale, so it was all empty.
This was the dining room and the front room. They had this. They had a couple shots in the movie of this, and then they had a couple shots of in the library.
Yeah.
The publisher of the Daily Historian.
It almost seemed like there was parts of the kitchen though. Did they use parts like right in here at all?
I'd have to watch
And
it.
photoshopped it? It was weird because I watched it not too long ago and I was thinking,
I know in the outtakes in the CD, you see Naomi Watts come down the back or down the stairs, but that's
Yeah.
about the only time I think she's actually in the house.
Wow.
but I almost think that they used like some of the ideas of this layout.
Yeah.
It's really weird in the kitchen because the door looks almost like it all looks the same.
It's weird how they take that stuff and put it in.
Yeah, yeah.
What's going on?
They just like use it how they want to though. It's like,
Right.
oh god.
Yeah, so this is where he does all his woodworking and.
Oh wow.
He's got a big playroom.
Dude, that,
Yeah.
for 91, man, he's getting around. Holy cow.
And he's like sharp.
Yeah,
like
I
so
would've
sharp.
never-
He's sharper than I
I'd
am.
say-
I
I'd
think I'd
say-
do 12 shots to keep me trying to be sharp.
I'd be hard pressed to say that I thought he was 80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, I work with sick
So
people
this
all
is
day.
the installation that made all look old again.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
all brand new.
All that
And it's
stuff
all
is-
brand new. That's
Yeah.
funny.
And this is all the movie.
It does
right
look
way up
old.
in so this is where they got the pattern for that, the brickwork in the windows and the basement stuff.
Yeah.
So these
She does go down in a basement. It looks a lot like that.
Mm-hmm.
the spider webs are all from the
Yeah.
production company.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is so funny. They're not even real ones.
Yeah, you can tell that this has been painted, and
Yeah.
that's so cool.
It's funny that they went through all that over and over again and then.
Look at these tools, man.
Yeah.
God, that would have been such a pain in the ass to like try and move everything out.
Well, I keep telling him he's gonna have to live forever because we ain't gonna find this shit out. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
This
Just
is
that
so
wall of tools.
They're all painted red for a reason. So when we as kids would leave them in the grass.
You wouldn't hit him with a mower.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
Back up here on the rooftop of the hotel again, mostly because I can't go anywhere in this town without people being everywhere. And I kind of want to just chat for a minute. We were talking about Astoria and how beautiful of a town it is, but it has its problems like everywhere else. This place started out as a fisherman town, so everything that comes with that, cocaine use and drinking and stuff when they're in port, that's all here. There is a small, I think it's a fairly small, I haven't seen a lot of it, homeless population here, but a lot of drugs. And I guess meth has made its way here and is pretty prevalent as well. Heroin's huge here. It was just on the news for the deadliest catch skipper that lived here, possibly ODing on heroin. I come here once a year for the Goonies Festival. It's not really a festival anymore. We're on like 34th anniversary, I think, and so it's pretty laid back. It's more of just familiar at this point. It's like stepping back into my childhood. I come here and I see the things I remember from when I was young, and we enjoy those over and over again. They have a ton of breweries here. If you like beer, if you like food, it's good for that. The views are incredible. Now granted, it's cloudy here a lot. This is the first year that I've came here for the Goonies weekend and had it be cloudy, but it does happen quite a bit. You can see the Astor column from here as well. And there is, by that yellow house is where I was sitting a minute ago. Honestly, the only thing that overshadowed this weekend, and it happened last year too, but not quite to this extent, was I'm going to call them non-heterosexuals because I don't remember the letters and I just don't care. They have their Pride weekend and I'm glad they're proud. I'm very happy for them. I don't care. Do what you do. I get it. You don't need a parade, all right? You don't have some sort of preference that you don't want people to look at you, to talk about you, or mock you, and then have a parade saying, everybody look at me. Just stop. Get your health care, do that politically. I get it. I'm all for it. I am not anti anything. This little town just gets inundated with rainbows and just weirdness. Why do you have to be exhibitionists all the time? Just stop. Be a normal couple. Or go to Portland. They're full of pride. So anyway, this place is kind of small to have this many people. It kind of takes away from being able to go do stuff, to stand on a corner and film or take pictures or just kind of go shopping when everything is non-heterosexual related, because I don't care. I don't care. So that's all I have to say about that. So we made it back home from Astoria. We had a really fun weekend. We got to spend some time with some really cool people and enjoy parts of the area that we wouldn't normally go to because we would be frequenting the other parts more in town. It seemed like it was a downside that there were so many Pride people in town, and they just saturated the entire town. We couldn't go anywhere we would normally go without just it being full. And the town needs the money, so that's good for them. But we got to hang out with some other people and stuff that we wouldn't have normally seen. Tried some new things, so all in all, it was a good weekend. I want to make sure that I say this very clearly. I am not anti Pride. I'm not going to say the letters. I don't. It is what it is. Do what you do. Have fun. Enjoy your relationship. Be happy with one another. Be happy with your life. But think about it. You don't need a parade. You just don't. Just enjoy your life, man. You don't need to push it on everybody else. So that being said, that was another year down in Astoria in the books, and we'll do it again next year. So I'll talk to you later.